In this tutorial, we're going to cover how you can share individual KPIs within Bizeo with somebody else. So there are two ways of sharing KPI data in Bizeo. One is to share an entire folder or group of folders, and that's called a shared folder data source, and that's covered in another Bizeo video, which you can find on the videos list. But in this particular case, we want to share just a few individual KPIs. So in this case, I want to share some of my personal information, such as my weight and stress level, with a personal trainer. But of course, this same process can be applied for any scenario where you want to share some of your metrics with somebody else. So we come down to Shared Data Source and select Add a new shared data source and type the details, type the name of the data source. And then we select the type. Now, as I said, there are two types. You can either share an entire folder, but in this case we want to share just a couple of individual tasks. So we share, say I want to share tasks. We can then specify the tasks we want to share. So in this case, we want to share from the Mike personal folder, and we don't want to share all the tasks in the folder, although we could if we wish. I want to share just my weight. And my stress level. Okay, so we now have our new data source. So if I go back to my shared data sources folders, there's my Mike French stats, and I'm ready to share it. So there are two pieces of information you need from the person you wish to share the Bizeo, share your stats with, and these are found under my account, and they are their contact code and their email address. So I go back into my shared data sources and select share with another, and then I enter that information. And then if I wish to, I can type a little message. And share. So this person will get an email come through to their email account shortly, and from that account they'll be able to add these data sources to their account. So that user will get an email in their email account shortly, and that will have a link allowing them to confirm access to that particular data source. The recipient of your data source is going to receive an email then, something like this, and it's going to ask them to click through and accept the data source. So we click on accept. You can see the KPIs that I've made available. Once they've accepted the data source, they need to add the individual KPIs to their Bizeo account. Unlike shared folders where you get the entire folder, in shared KPI data sources you can add individual KPIs. So in this case I give it a name, select the shared data sources drone, select the data source, and then select the KPI that I want from that data source. I can even set links, minimum, maximums, etc. Click on add. And now I have that KPI with all its historical data coming through to me automatically. So that's shared KPI data sources. If you also want to look at shared folder sources, have a look at the other video that covers that topic. Thank you.